Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer. We're playing as the Empire. This is episode 10. Now guys, in today's episode we're going to be pushing upon Marienburg and declaring war upon them. We'll push up against Gorcel soon. We currently have Emperor Karl Franz himself, and he has a free skill point, and he's level 15. So that only means one thing. We're going to give him Buckbeak, his Hippogriff, his Mighty Deathclaw. Awesome stuff. Look how much that pops him up, and holy shit. Puts him up a fair bit. So now, Karl Franz has Deathclaw. Look at that. Awesome, awesome stuff. We have our 2 units of mortars, 1 unit of Reichsguard, 4 units of crossbowmen, our handgunners, our halberdiers, then we have our, what do we got? 9 units of swordsmen, and we have our Bright Wizard. We currently have Rickard Hellborg the Treasurer with 3 units of crossbowmen and 8 units of swordsmen. We're going to push upon Gorcel. Now, Marienburg does have an army in the north here. They're pushing against the men at Nordland. I wonder who are... no, Artos. I was going to say, if you're at war with Kislev, we might be able to use that to our advantage. But they're pushing upon Nordland. Even if they push down here, they probably wouldn't be able to take Middenheim. I reckon I'd be able to hold out from a siege from that. Doesn't look like they have any siege equipment on them. But welcome back to the campaign, guys. Hergig has a wall, unless they push upon the Brass Keep. But we have 1,400 in the bank. I'm making 1,600 per turn. Still obviously coming along, getting walls ever so slowly. But we need more money to do that. It's currently turn 44. Let's get into the Battle of Marienburg. So let's just have a quick look into diplomacy. So Marienburg are at war with Nordland and Artos. Artos, how are you? I will join your war against Marienburg for a payment. How much are you willing to give me for this? 900. How much could we get out of Nordland? This is a good trick, sort of a bit of a tactic. Instead of just declaring war straight out on a faction, you join another faction's war already with them. We're going to get 1,000, hopefully 1,200 from Nordland here. Look at that. Awesome, sweetening our coffers ever so more. Now, there is a full stack of dwarfs here from Karaknorn. I wonder, if I ask Karaknorn, will you join the war against Marienburg? If we can do that, they would save a lot of Empire lives. It is low, but it'll draw them in, and maybe they could help us take Marienburg. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay, so now we have that additional money. Is there anywhere else we can quickly sort of stick this? We need a popular surplus of 2 to get a 3,200. That's why I think I should maybe keep it. Middenheim should be upgraded, but it could quite possibly be siege, so I'm not going to bother. Damn. Let's just keep the money, I think. Right, so now let's get Karl Franz on Deathclaw to start besieging Marienburg. We're going to be able to hit it in one turn because we have mortars. Let's have a look at what we're coming up against. So 1 unit of great swords. This is the captain. 2 units of swordsmen. 3 halberdiers. 2 handgunners. I'm umming and ahhing whether or not to auto-resolve this. We do have the balance of power heavily in my favour. We outnumber them significantly. 9 to 2 swordsmen. 1 halberdier to 4. 1 handgunner to their 2. But we have 4 crossbowmen, cavalry, mortars, and a level 15. General with Karl Franz. I'm going to auto-resolve it, but we do have our banners here. So, right, drag to apply. Magic reduction. Yes, let's chuck this back on Karl Franz. These banners. Alright, so that's auto-resolve. A clear-cut victory, if I do say so myself. Decisive, we only lost 298. We will have a battle in the north against their full stack at some point. But we took them by surprise, and Karl Franz is nearly rank 16. So we lost 298, they lost 900. A clear-cut auto-resolve and a clear victory. So now we've taken Marienburg. Let's see what we're working with in the settlement. So that's tier 3. in Marienburg they have a harbour. They have dyes that they're exporting. Interesting. And they have a blacksmith. And they have a pistoliers here. Really? We could upgrade it to get these demigriff knights eventually. But I'm going to break down the blacksmith here. Because what do we actually get from it? Empire knights and halberdiers. Right. Blacksmith. Allows the recruitment of great swords, demigriff knights, steam tanks and Reichsguard. How many do we get steam tanks here? Why would it unlock it in a blacksmith tier? Wouldn't you be better off to pay 6,000 and use the 4 here than make this? Yeah, what? I don't know, something's I'm a little bit confused about that. Why would you be able to do that? It seems a little bit cheaty. Regardless, let's break it down. We need to build some other stuff here. So let's move Rickard Helborg, ready to go to Gressel. Karl Franz has gone up in stats. Where can I put his skill point? Well, he has a lot of hit points. We can go with more armor or we can go with more melee attack. Let's go with some more armor, I think. Okay, let's end the turn and continue. We have a technology free. It's because of the blacksmith we have that. So obviously different types of buildings unlock the recruitment. We're going to be probably keeping the breeder here at Marienburg, or maybe we should build it somewhere else. We do eventually need anti-corruption buildings as well. Need to upgrade Altdorf. I don't mind Marienburg actually being a military sort of powerhouse, but it's sort of a coastal city, so maybe I don't want it to be that. It is nicely tucked out of the way though, which I do like. We'll break that down. Let's actually, yeah, let's keep that. So we can go with minus upgrade for pistols and outriders. Empire Knights, Cavalry Charge, Speed. Let's go with the bonuses, because I don't really know if I'm going to have Pistoliers or Outriders. Empire Knights, probably get some demigriffs eventually, but we're about to get rid of the blacksmith anyway. So, let's move Karl Franz as quickly as possible. Actually, I'm going to keep him in here if I can. No, I can't. I've just moved him out. To keep up the replenishment. We are getting a minus 10 conquest, so Marienburg are moving their agent out. Interesting. Trying to intercept Karl Franz here. Your ally has been attacked. Ostermark has declared war on Stirland. Okay. Wow, the vampire counts are growing ever so more. Ostermark have 1 territory. Let's enter war on Allies' side. Join the war against Karaknorn. No. Why would I do that? They've got a full stack right near me. But guys, if you haven't already hit that like button and subscribed, I would really much appreciate it. Also check out my social media links, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all in the description below. So, we can go with War Fever +6, or we can get a minus recruitment. Let's go with War Fever, because we're not actually recruiting overly that much. Let's get Karl Franz to continue to push against Gorsel. What is the garrison here, though? Because I think Rickard Helborg could be confident enough to take it for himself. 2 units of crossbowmen, 2 halberdiers, 2 swordsmen, and then just the general unit. What does Rickard Helborg have? 3 and that. If I move Rickard Helborg up,
it is time.
We might need to manually resolve this fight. They've fled. Can he take Gorsel? And he can too. 2 units of swordsmen, 2 halberdiers, 2 crossbowmen. Another clear-cut auto resolve, if I do say so myself. And we've taken Gorsel. Going to occupy what buildings do we have in this region? So we have a rally field. And we have a tap room. Let's break down the tap room. What else can we sort of build here? Gunsmith, that's quite cool. Oh, salt is a resource. So what we want to do is we want to build Salt at Marienburg. I'm surprised that they didn't have one here already. I'm just looking at the building queue here. We already have basic walls in Marienburg, so there's no point of building that. We could build a shrine to Sigma. We're going to have to build them in most of my buildings eventually. But let's build the pit here so we can get access to dyes. We'll break down the tap room so we can get access to the salt. And let's bring down the rally field. I think we're probably better off getting something else because we already have a rally field quite nearby in Altdorf. Right, now speaking of Altdorf, should we start upgrading? We can upgrade some of these to get handgunners and great swords. That's probably not too bad of an idea. However, I would like to I would like to get, where is it? What specific building do I need to get Balthazar Gelt? Because I want to try get him as quickly as possible. Build a Altdorf conclave of battle wizards. Because I need to build that in Altdorf specifically. So what I could do is, let's have a look at that. So I need to build a conclave. It's here. No, that's not it. There. It cost 10,000. But it needs to be a tier 4, so it's a little bit away for my liking. Right, let's upgrade Grunberg then. Once we're high enough, once we get to tier 3, we can start building walls. Damn. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the rally field here. We'll make the Wasteland and Altdorf my 2 recruitment sort of hubs. I might even break down the gunsmith here, simply because we need to build a conclave here. So then I might build them here. We'll keep these growth buildings here for the minute, because I want to try get some of my buildings up. So how's the public order sort of going around the Empire? What about into Beckland and Kemperbad? We have a spare slot here in Kemperbad. Tier 2. There's no harm that we can't start getting the defenses ready at Kemperbad even. Probably should upgrade Middenheim, seeing we didn't even get attacked. But we need to start upgrading. I want to obviously focus on Altdorf. Get that ready up. We need to build... The thing is, right, we need growth buildings to get population surplus. We need population surplus to upgrade our settlements to tier 3. And once we've done that, we can upgrade our guardhouse to garrison watch, which gives us walls. And we need that as quickly as possible. So, yeah, I don't particularly want to upgrade them because I'm probably going to destroy them. But regardless, let's continue. So, we can use a commandment here. We can go with +4 public order. Let's do that. Rickard Hellborg has gone up in stats. Let's wait a little bit longer. At rank 9, he's going to get his Imperial Pegasus. Let's go with some more hit points. And Rupert Law here. Right, so we can go with Flaming Sword. Or we can go with the Hex minus Flame weakness. Let's go with Kindle Flame. Using it on a target will give them less resistance to flame. So we'll target them, then fire a massive firebolt at him. So I'm not really too sure what Karak Norn are doing, but regardless. Confederation, the Greenskins, and the Red Eye. Okay. Alright, let's get Karl Franz now to double time it. We're going to have to sort of watch out for the swamp here, I think.
Do not make me angry.
We need to take... Oh, wrong guy.
Summon the Elector Counts. Make haste, men.
Okay. Let's move Karl Franz up to Middenheim, because we're going to have to take their other region here in a second. We might even take out Nordland, and then we're bordering with Kislev. Man, I really can't wait to... I imagine eventually they're going to do a Kislev DLC. Probably one of my favourite factions in the game. Right, Gorsel, we can get a mining pit here. And... we have to be tier 3 to create a gunsmith. Buggier. No matter. I'm trying to think what I should do with Rickard Hellborg. Should I leave him here at Gorsel as we're pushing away. Right, we have the ability now to upgrade Helmgart finally to walls, and we have a spare recruitment slot here. Can we build the Conclave of Battle Wizards? No, I think we only can build it in Altdorf. No matter, no matter. I will try to get a battle in today's part, but we'll just have to see what that Marienburg army does, if I'm being honest. If they attack me, I'll fight them in the field. If not, so be it. Well, for the time being, maybe we should build a Weaver, as there's nothing really here in Helmgart we need. A gunsmith costs 5,000. Fuck. Just moving it about. Maybe we can build a gunsmith at Helmgart, because it's tier 3. Let's break that down. We'll save up and build the gunsmith at Helmgart. Let's move it a bit. Gorsel. Let's just build some economical buildings for the time being. We just need to try to get as much money as possible to get the walls up. And you already know the prerequisites for that. I'm not going to join your war against Karaknorn. That would be foolish. Right. Ziflin and Bastone. Reichland has had a popular surplus. Awesome. So now we have a spare recruitment slot here. I want to make that the Battle Wizards. So we need to upgrade. How much does Altdorf need to upgrade? A +4. Okay. We have a spare slot here. Let's build the gunsmith back at Helmgart, because I still want the ability to create mortars. Let's now get Karl Franz to double time to Middenheim. I'm quite happy to lose the attrition here. I don't particularly care. Right, what's the garrison here at Gorsel? It's fine. Still a +2. I still want to double time to get to here. So let's push this way. Okay. I'm going to move my Witch Hunter. Oh. My mistake. My wizard is actually accidentally out of my army. I didn't even realise. Where's my Witch Hunter? I think he died, actually. Right, Marienburg, we can upgrade you to more die. Let's get back into diplomacy and have a look at who we can trade with. Kislev, would you like trade now? No. Settings, we've expanded some of our ports. Some of the factions might be more open to trade. We have all these resources, but we can't seem to trade with them. Looking at the world map, we want to try and take much as the Empire as possible. Then we'll probably push into the Bretonnian kingdoms and the Dwarven. Even though we can't take Dwarven settlements, it'll still be worth trying to sack them to get enough money, as much as possible, for when the Hordes of Chaos come, which will be soon. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep this spare in a second. Right, one more turn before we get this recruitment slot here. I'll assess what we can build. Right. Theo has gone up in stats. Let's give him a warhorse. Just in case he gets stuck in the thick of it at some point and needs to put his tail between his legs and run. But guys, if you haven't already gone and checked out my other Total War Warhammer campaigns, I'm playing as the Empire, of course. As you see on screen, the greenskins, the vampires. Okay. The dwarfs. I'm playing as the vampire counts, the dwarfs, the greenskins, and chaos. Okay. I really do want to fight this Marienburg army. Maybe we can lift the siege.
Let's go.
Let's push into Nordland's army. Maybe we can lift the siege and sort of save them. Right. Rickard Hellborg is still double timing and absolutely hauling ass to get to this territory here in Nordland. It's pretty cool how Marienburg expanded. So they left their territories actually quite weak for me to swoop in. Okay, we have a spare recruitment slot here. I'm sort of looking to umming knowing to what to do. Probably a weaver for the time being. Alright, let's upgrade our walls here. In one more turn, we're going to have walls at Helmgart, and then in 3 more turns, we're going to have a wall at Ilha, then we're going to have a wall at Grungeberg. Middenheim, Karoberg, what's sort of the go here? I might as well actually build the prerequisite for a wall if we can. Let's build a growth building here. Is there sort of other places where there's spare recruitment slots? Maybe into Beckland. Tala Beckland. Alright, let's continue. How are we going for time? We've just hit the 20-minute mark in the episode. I was just checking. Ah, so they've double time back. They haven't decided to push against Nordland. My army's a little bit split up here. Right, the gods are angry. Minus 1,000 public order or growth and public order. Ah, that growth would probably help us. Let's go with the growth. So be it. Get the plus 20 growth in all my provinces. It's not like my public order isn't even that bad. Right, let's get Karl Franz. We need my wizard in the army. Hopefully this doesn't nuke his points too much. No, it doesn't. Let's... Oh,
I am prince and
it did as well.
Yes, to unite the provinces. My orders
Get Karl Franz out of here.
Flame on. Sigmar's will. Summon the Elector Counts.
Hang on a minute. Get Karl Franz to go down as far as possible. We'll wait for my wizard to come in. Right, how far is Rickard Hellborg away?
Yes,
not too far.
Sigmar compels us.
Alright, what are we sort of coming up against here?
No.
A rather strong force. Right, we have 4,000 in the bank now. We're sort of chasing Marienburg around the map, and also just trying to get our economical building sort of up. Okay. At Grunberg, do we have horses as a resource because of the pastures? What does that give us? Because I haven't noticed that building anywhere else. Warhorse breeders. Minus 20 recruitment for Empire Horse. I imagine I'm going to get Demigriff Knights, so it doesn't really bother me. Let's just go with the Weaving House to give us more money. It's a spare slot, so let's just use that for economy. Gossel, minus 3. Minus 3 in Middenland. Brass Keep. We already have public order buffs here anyway. Okay, let's continue. I'll probably will play the battle against Marienburg in the next, because I don't think we're going to have time in this episode. It's going to be interesting, though. I don't know where that other army's gone. Okay. Ah, peace between Nordland and Marienburg. Interesting.
I'll ignore that.
So there is a full stack here somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where.
Bring me to my men.
So we'll wait for my Bright Wizard to rally up with Karl Franz, and we're going to have our first battle with Deathclaw in the next episode.
Yes.
Which should be fun.
Red wind flows.
And we have Rickard Hellborg here. He didn't like flee down into Gorsel or anything, no. But guys, it's time to end the video here. In today's episode, we managed to take 2 settlements, and we're going to be fighting Marienburg in the next.
No.
There's another full stack, and then half a stack here. We've also got to take out Nordland. So, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for seeing Deathclaw in episode 11, which is next. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my social media links, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Make sure to take care of yourselves, have a fantastic rest of your day, and stay tuned for more content on my channel. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.